All right, this is a clip from the Land Podcast with Sean Asada, and we're going back into a time machine talking about the first 10 acres he ever bought, the emotions he went through, and how it all worked out in the past. So I think there's always a lot of uncertainty before someone buys their first farm, and you get to hear Sean's perspective. Let's get right into it. Here we go. When you were buying that 10 acres, was there any level of uncertainty where you're thinking, man, I don't know, are we paying too much? I'm not sure. Or was it you had the utmost confidence, whether it was blind confidence that this makes sense and this is a good decision? Or was there just some level of uncertainty in the back of your mind?
Oh, huge uncertainty. To hell with it. Didn't care. Just going to buy it. Had the down payment. Knew we could make the payment. I didn't care what land did. I knew I now owned a piece of land that was eventually, no matter what the market did. I remember thinking at the time, the market is not good. But eventually it's going to not be not good. Eventually it's going to be better. So even if it goes, I remember thinking, even if it goes down, it eventually is going to come back, and it's fine because I don't plan on selling it anyway. Didn't end up keeping it as several farms ago.
Sure. And when you bought that, did you have any mentors, or was there anyone that said you're crazy to buy 10 acres for $4,500 an acre? I mean, what were some of the people in your corner that were either giving words of encouragement or you're crazy?
There's no words of encouragement. Except for my wife, because she was the one that pushed us to buy it. We went down there and made an offer on it there on the spot. And it was listed. And the agent, good guy, he's still an agent to this day, real good guy. But it was fine. I wasn't going to worry about it, and we were just going to take it as they come. As far as mentors, didn't have any. As far as naysayers, absolutely came back, was all excited. All excited. Told a couple guys at work, they're like, that's kind of a lot, isn't it? And it was. And I'm like, yeah, it is. But you have to understand, and I have this conversation to this day with people, you have to understand it's only a 10-acre piece. And as you know, this is me explaining it to them. As you know, land goes up per acre when it's smaller acres. And I can vividly remember the guy to this day that gave me the worst time still doesn't own any land.
And
that's 15 years ago.
I know. And why do you think that is? Is it why is that? I mean, because those
people get golden handcuffs. I think people get golden handcuffs. They get tied down to making payments on stuff, and people poo-poo payments. I like nice things too. There's nothing wrong with that. But we can get into this rabbit hole. What is life about? Okay. Life is about creating quality memories. So creating quality memories in one's mind is all up to them. So if somebody's quality memories is gambling, which it's probably not, or driving a really, really nice vehicle, their wife driving a really nice vehicle, and then living in a really nice house, and that's all they have, and they entertain people, fantastic. It's all about what you want. And so I suppose I just wanted land more than him, because he's a hunter. He still is a hunter. But who knows if I'm happier than him? I don't know. I think I probably am.
That's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. It's the thought of, I mean, everyone has different hobbies and everything else too. And I think we were talking before. It's like sometimes I think people would need to have permission to actually buy something. Like they're asking different people, and then it is kind of a obscure thing that people don't really think about. Like, why would you want to buy? I mean, even I talk with clients too, and if they think a piece of recreational ground is, why would anyone ever buy that? You know, it's not tillable. There's going to be no return. And sometimes you take the time to explain it, and then sometimes you're just like, yeah, I don't know.
Whether I like it or not, it doesn't matter. There is a trend. If you look back in history, you can look at hunting, and it was kind of viewed as, even in my lifetime, I'm 42 years old, it's kind of viewed as a poor man's sport, hillbilly sport. Well, gosh, in the past 10 years, people could claim it's become a rich man's game, and I wouldn't necessarily argue with them. You don't have to have a bunch of money to hunt, but it sure helps. So we're moving to, in my opinion, in our lifetime, we will see a European model of hunting. You go to Europe, rich people hunt.
Hmm.
Poor people don't hunt. We're moving in that direction.
Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing long term?
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but um, I don't know what there is to stop it. There's way more people out there than me. I'm a drop in an ocean,
Hmm.
and I can't control the tidal wave. So it's unfortunate. It's a bummer. And a rising tide raises all ships. So values are going up. It does help people that own land, but I never looked at, man, that guy is really rich. I want all of his stuff. I'd always see somebody as, man, that guy has a lot. How did he do it?
Hmm. And that's such an excellent perspective because I think, and this is me speaking, thinking out loud, but I think a lot of times when people look at things at face value, they think like, man, he must have got lucky or he must have had this unfair advantage. And more times than not, it's just they worked really hard for a really long time, like decades. And,
Absolutely.
and people forget the decades of the struggle and them prioritizing different things and making it happen. And I think that's in so many different facets of life. And that's something that I've really noticed over the last 5, 6 years.